Tyler had just signed up for an amazing cable package. It's $49.99 a month. And when he's at home watching the newest episode of Game of Thrones, he's happy. A few weeks pass and Tyler gets a bill for $73.99. There's a $13 surcharge on the premium channel he has, an administrative fee, and also an initiation fee. Tyler's angry. Where did all these fees come from? Now, before you jump to the conclusion that Tyler's dumb and signed up for something stupid, not so fast. If you own mutual funds, you're getting swindled just as much as Tyler is. This is the ugly truth behind mutual funds by Tony Robbins. The average cost of owning a mutual fund is 3.17%. Small price to pay, right? Think again. That percentage, if you had done a small amount of research and work, could have been as small as 0.14%. Now, since we're dealing with small numbers, let's try to view them differently. For every $100 you invest, you would be paying $3.17 for the mutual fund and $0.14 for the alternative. That means the fee you're paying is 22 times compared to the other option, or 2,200% more. But a lot of people would argue that they actively manage my money. They're professionals and they know what they're doing. Again, if this was the truth, this video would not exist. 96% of active mutual fund managers will not beat the market. It is a fact that manipulating holdings rather than following the entirety of the market will more than likely deliver lower returns. To scalp a few extra percentages in fees is an outright scam. Let's say you're still a non-believer and still think that mutual funds are the right way to invest. If that's the case, we're going to follow 3 people who invest the same amount of money for the same amount of time but with varying mutual fund fees. Sarah is going to invest her money in the 1% fund. Josh will place his in the 2% fund, and our good old friend Tyler will invest his in the 3% fund. All 3 individuals are putting in $100,000 of their hard-earned money. We will also assume that everyone will also get the same 7% yearly return from the market. After 30 long years, here are the results. There is a massive difference between each 3. And the discrepancies between them can mean years or decades of delayed retirement. You may easily have noticed that Sarah almost has twice as much as Tyler does. But then again you question, how does a few percentage difference in fees make such a huge impact? It is important to note that the fee your mutual fund manager imposes on you is calculated on the entire value of your holding. So let's say one year you got really lucky and your $100,000 turned into $150,000 at the end of the year. A 3% management fee would be calculated on the $150,000, meaning you really only have $145,500. Every year this fee is paid off regardless of how well your money does in the market. So you also pay the fee on the money that the market has given you. And that's the part that makes each percentage so crucial. You still take on all the risk of the market, but the fund managers still make their share regardless if you're making money or not. So if this information is new to you, yes, your ignorance is costing you real money. Figuring out where to invest your money requires a lot of work, and for the average worker, this may prove to be a very difficult feat. But there is without a doubt not much work into figuring out how much fees you're paying. You can quickly do this yourself. If you own mutual funds, take the total value of your portfolio and multiply it by the MER, or management expense ratio. This is how much you paid the past year you've been holding this, and will continue to pay moving forward. Other than the guaranteed MER that you will pay, there could be these other ones that you need to keep an eye out for. If you have been convinced otherwise that you're being scammed through your mutual funds, you might then ask, what are my other options? Tony Robbins outlines 2 ways for you to escape the fee traps. Number 1, aim for a fund that has 1.25% or less in management expenses and has a good track record for following the overall market. This is pretty self-explanatory. Do some shopping and see what it's available. As the public becomes more educated about mutual fund fees, these are becoming ever more popular. Number 2, invest through low-cost index funds. Index funds are by far the most fee-friendly way of investing. This does require some work and setting up on your part, but definitely worth putting effort in rather than being scalped your entire life savings. Overall, a lot of people get sucked into the mutual fund fee trap because of ignorance. People will only be able to have better control of their money and investments once they become more aware and become more educated of how their money is being used. There you go, a quick video to make you think twice about investing in mutual funds. This concept was popularized by Tony Robbins in his book, Money, Master the Game, 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. If you've learned something new, give me a like or subscribe. Thanks for listening.